Hello from Eindhoven Central. It's the railway and bus station, and we're catching a bus to Eindhoven Airport to take a very exciting trip with Ryanair up to Edinburgh. I'll explain more about the perils of the bus trip, ticket situation in a minute. Right, time for a little bit of a moan. So the bus service to the airport is operated by Connection, and you purchase tickets online on the Transer app, and very handily it will give you all the trip information in the app. However, if the app keeps crashing every time you open it and you don't get sent an email confirmation with your ticket attached, what's the point? Because you can just scan your debit card or credit card when you board anyway. So just a little moan about technology and apps that don't work. But we're on the bus and we're heading to the airport, so that's good. And also, just to confirm that the flared nostrils are not because I'm angry about this situation, but because I do have a cold.
Before we go any further, perhaps you'd like to consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help. So here we are at Eindhoven. It's a grey day and a grey looking building, and I'm flying with everyone's favourite low-cost airline, Ryanair. First up, let's go and have another run-in with technology.
Hello, Timmy.
I wish I looked so lively like you.
What time
Can
is...
I show you the way, or do you have a question?
I have a question.
How can I help you?
Oh, come on, Timmy.
Good, I am happy to help.
Oh, good.
What kind of information are you interested in?
I'm interested in transport or flight information.
No problem. Please follow me. I could not find the way. Let me try again. I could not find the way.
Thanks,
Can I show you the way?
Thanks anyway. No. That's an own goal for the technology, isn't it? Innovations. So that was the self-service bag drop, which didn't work either. This is wonderful. Right, let's see if we can find an actual human being. Hooray! Second attempt with the self-service bag drop, and it's all done, all sorted. So the technology is fighting back, and well, it's got 1-0 for it, or against it, but all good. So plenty of retail outlets as you would expect, and there's a restaurant upstairs, but for me it is time to go through security. So let's go. Wouldn't normally do a Lou review in an airport. Look at this. So I am airside. We are flying from gate 9 to Edinburgh. Security was a doddle. I had a look at my watch. It took all of 7 minutes to get through security. Border control was a doddle as well, with very friendly border control. So that was nice. And something to bear in mind with Eindhoven Airport, it's classed as a silent airport, so There are very few announcements, so I've been here since just gone 11, and the flight is at 2:20. It's now about 1:30, and there have been 2 announcements the whole time, which I quite like, but it does mean you need to be on the ball with keeping up with what's happening with your flight and when. So nice, but you have to be alert. Okay, now there is a little cafe airside, so I think I'm going to go and grab myself a coffee because I am struggling with the man flu. So our aircraft has just arrived on the stand. No one's disembarked yet, but we are all checked and waiting to board. Very efficient at Eindhoven Airport.
And here's our aircraft. It's a Boeing 737-800 Echo India Delta Lima Yankee. And I'm reliably informed by fellow YouTuber Flying Miles that it's the first Ryanair aircraft fitted with split scimitar winglets. And if you haven't checked out Flying Miles' YouTube channel, you really should. That's Miles with a Y.
Dank u wel voor de aandacht, ontspan en geniet van deze vlucht.
Too long before we've left the grey Eindhoven afternoon behind and we get a bit of blue sky and sunshine. So let's have a look around the seat. And it's all the usual standard Ryanair fare. You've got your safety card plastered onto the back of the seat in front. There's a tray table which worked, and yeah, the legroom was pretty decent, I've got to say. I should also mention the tray table, yeah, pretty clean, not bad at all. All in all, thumbs up Ryanair. I've said it before, I'm not a fan of the faded yellow look on the overhead bins. What about you? Do you worry about these things, or couldn't you care less? Overhead there was a light, which worked. So Ryanair. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think even the people that hate them probably still fly with them. What's your experience of Ryanair? Personally, I've never had any problems with them. I think you have to play the game and make sure you read everything very carefully. But yeah, I quite like them. What do you think the legacy carriers can learn from low-cost carriers like Ryanair? What could the low-cost airlines do better? Please let me know. Let me know your experiences with Ryanair. I'd be delighted to hear those. And also, have you ever purchased a Ryanair scratch card? If you have you won anything? Perhaps you're wondering, how much did the flight cost? Well, this one-way flight from Eindhoven to Edinburgh came in at £151.30. Now perhaps you're thinking, what? That's not low cost. And you'd be right. However, I was flying on a Family Plus ticket. I was with a friend and his teenage son. So Ryanair offer a Family Plus bundle. If you book a flight with up to 6 passengers with at least 1 child or teen on the booking. Now with that, each passenger gets 1 small cabin bag allowance which goes under the seat in front of them. Each passenger gets 1 10-kilogram check-in bag, and also there's 1 20-kilogram check-in family bag. So £151.30 for 3 of us with all that check-in baggage. I think that's a really good price. I think that's hard to argue with. So again, well done Ryanair. So will I fly Ryanair again? Yes, of course I will. For For one thing, they've got a decent route map from Edinburgh, which is handy for me. Well, actually, it's not particularly handy, but it's close enough. So, as we make our approach to Edinburgh, I would just like to say thank you so much for watching. Thanks for getting this far in the video. If you've enjoyed it, please perhaps consider leaving a little comment and a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, you can also leave a comment and a thumbs down if you wish. You might also consider subscribing. So, I've just got one more question to ask, but you'll find out what that is after we land at Edinburgh. But once again, thanks so much for watching. Is that an Archimedes screw? And if so, what function is it serving at Edinburgh Airport? If you know, please let me know in the comments.